Hi everybody, I'm Red Hill Eagle and this is episode 9 of Hope and Glory, the TEW 2020 local to global save from 1992. I've done a few things off camera and as you can see straight away we have a new champion, Pete Collins. I won't go into too many details about what I've done off camera, such as going through the show. I mean, I can't remember where he won it, to be honest. It would have been there you go. Pete Collins defeated Tommy Stewart. So that was back in May. Our attendance now is well, that one was 134, but we're starting to sell out the Orpington halls now. The last couple of shows have been sellouts, but we're kind of lacking in venues that are South London. So I'm pretty sure I've used the mod that's got extra venues, but we're just sort of struggling in the South London area. So I'm going to stick with the Orpington halls at the moment. It's obviously going to, well, it's not going to hurt as much because we're giving away free tickets anyway. I don't know if it will affect our popularity. It may do. At the moment, it doesn't seem to be hurting us too much because we are really close now to leveling up to tiny. We need 17 pop, which is why I've decided to do an episode now. I wanted to go a little bit longer off camera, but it could well be after this show. So we'll see. We've signed a few more people. Again, I won't go into everyone in great detail. George Burgess, I think, was a new one that you might not have seen yet. Rory Campbell, possibly. I don't think you've seen him yet. I thought there was Tom Tyrone. I thought there was more than that, but I mean, I've gone through them there. If there was anyone else you saw, great. But yeah, and we're still in a really good position financially. So it's only a matter of time until I start getting even bigger stars. So let's skip ahead to, I'm already there. Look at that, Friday, week 4. So we'll go ahead with our next event then. And I'm going to stick with Orpington halls for the moment. See, I've expanded the search, but you know, there's nothing really. I mean, there's a few that are capacity of 200, but they're not South London. And I know I don't need to stay with South London, but I think just for the moment, whilst we're still, you know, insignificant, I think it just makes sense to sort of stick to the same venue or at least the same area. So we'll stick with the Orpington halls and let's go then. So start off with our title match, or we'll start off by booking it. It won't be the first match on the show. So our champion now is Pete Collins. Let's have him defend against, maybe George Burgess, because I don't think I've had any of the new guys face him yet. So yeah, that makes sense. Let's see if we can have this one as a long-ish match. Let's go for 17 minutes. Hopefully they can both cope with it. Obviously our match ratings have started to go up as well. We're starting to get some sort of regular matches in the 40s and sort of late 30s. They're not all in the 40s, but they're, you know, they are getting there. Let's have him tainted. I think all of his wins as well have been tainted, so he's a proper heel champion. George Burgess is unhappy. Oh, there we go, because he's obviously a lot more popular than Pete Collins. Well, let's see if we can keep George Burgess strong, but yeah, that's okay. So Pete Collins, he'll get some pop from this then. Okay, next, let's go with, I mean, Carl Cramer was still putting on some good matches, but he can't wrestle for very long. Who else? Who haven't we used for a while? Where are we now? We're in September 93. So there's a June 93. Dave Duran. Okay, we'll have Dave Duran face. So we've got a lot of faces now. Michelle Starr might be quite a good one. Have I had that one yet? No, I haven't. So yeah, let's go for it. Let's have this one as our steal the show as well. So we'll see if they can do 14 minutes. I'm gonna have Dave Durham win this one. Yeah, let's have this one as the steal the show. Let's have him win it decisively. Okay, and just obviously put that there. Okay, Spinner McKenzie. Again, maybe someone we haven't used for a long time. May, we haven't used. Of course, he hasn't wrestled since he lost the belt. Okay, yeah, we'll have him come back. He's like, you know, yeah, I'm going to try my best now to, you know, try and win that belt back, get back to the top. So he challenged John Ritchie here, and we haven't had that one. So I think we'll have Tommy Stewart win it. Or shall I? So we can have a heel, face, and then heel. Might be interesting if we can give John Ritchie the win, actually. If Tommy Stewart doesn't kick up a stink. I don't think he will. But let's have him win it. Yeah, how about count out? Okay, yeah, that works. Go for our angles. Let's just make sure there's nothing. Okay, so our angles then. Flash Barker. Of course, now that we're making a bit of money as well, I can perhaps start looking at, you know, bringing in some more personalities. Maybe starting to introduce managers. Maybe, you know, I don't think our size requires it at the moment, really, realistically. Dave Duran and Michelle Starr. Yeah, let's so we want Duran and Starr pre-match promos. Oh, what am I doing today? Promos. There we go. Let's go for 4 minutes there. And then we have Pete Collins and George Burgess. Pete Collins, George Burgess. I hope the sound is better as well. I spent ages again. I wasn't happy with the changes. It was still really bad. So I spent ages again trying to get it right, And I was in OBS, which I use to record, as I'm sure a lot of you are aware of OBS. You know, I used to record these episodes. But it turns out it was a setting on the actual main PC. I had to sort of whack the microphone volume down, and then make some adjustments in OBS. I hope it's better. I think it is. So let's have then Barker interviews Burgess and Collins pre-title match. When we have more than one title, I will specify what title it's for, but at the moment, not really worth it. So 4 minutes for this one. Okay, so just check again. I know I always like to check. Let's go. 43. Barker's been improving in these segments as well. He's been upping his game with these opening segments. 43 there, and then John Ritchie and Tommy Stewart. 42. Good start. A 22 for the angle, the promos between Dave Duran and Michelle Starr. Yeah, all right. A 37 for their match though, which, yeah, well, obviously it's better than the angle, but it's, yeah, not far off the 40. Michelle Starr was off his game, so maybe if he wasn't, maybe could have scraped to 40 there. Pete Collins and George Burgess being interviewed by Flash Barker gets a 36. Good build up to their match, which gets a 44. That's brilliant. I don't think it's our highest rated match. I'm going to have a check actually. I've got a feeling, I could be wrong, but I've got a feeling we had a 47 off camera. I'll check in a minute. But yeah, great end to the show though, 44. Pete Collins retains defense number 4 of his title. Overall rating 40. Think that might be our best. Again, let's check after this. Okay, so we're now in October 93. Let's have a look at this email. IWF bankruptcy. We haven't got to worry about that anymore. And now have been given a warning that they face bankruptcy. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the usual bits and bobs. We made 3,616. We have 21,492 available. Absolutely fantastic. What was I going to look at? Well, let's have a quick look at the finances. Yeah, look at that. That's really good. Oh, only 200 more than, well, slightly less than 200 more than last time. Sponsors were up a bit, but I mean, you know, we're fine. I mean, our wages are going up because we're hiring better people. So yeah, let's have a look. Our pop obviously didn't move. That's a shame. We'll have to have one more show then, won't we, on this episode? You can bet your life it'll go up next time. I mean, we've had a couple of instances where it's sort of been static for a couple of months, then goes again. So yeah, let's hope it should work out. So let's just have a quick look. What was I going to look at? It wasn't the show history. It's the top 100s, I guess, isn't it? So yeah, 41's our top event, and that was in July off camera. So 40 is our second best. So that's good. And top matches, yes, we had a 47. Pete Collins defeating Richie Brooks, and that was in July. And Richie Brooks as well was involved in a 46. John Ritchie again there. I'll say again, it's his first top three there. George Burgess. I think we've got to consider putting George Burgess, putting the belt on him, really. So, I mean, it's the same kind of guys. I mean, Carl Crammer, I'm quite pleased. If he could just up his stamina, we would have something else with him. I mean, I don't know. I mean, how. I like to think myself as a bit of an expert at this game, but there's still a lot I don't know. I mean, because he's bulky, I wonder if we can. I mean, being insignificant, he's probably not going to listen to us, but get in better shape. Not really interested. Steroids? No, I'm not going to do steroids. Not yet. I'm not. No, if at all. Okay, all right. Well, we'll jump ahead then, and we'll have one more show, and hopefully that should take us over the threshold to be a tiny company. Right. So we've only reached Sunday week 3 of October because we have a little decision highlights here. So let's have a look. Pay rise request from Richie Brooks. I think this is his second pay rise request, isn't it? I'm sure he has asked for. I don't know if I can find on here. I'm sure that's his second request. I mean, he's decent. He's already getting 210 per show. I like him. Let's just have another quick look at his profile. 30, so he's got a few years. Trouble is, I mean, we've only got people on handshake deals. I mean, when we're in a position to, he may be one that I want to sign. You know, on a written contract, but then say his stamina's only 60. See, he's not gonna. See, now I am in a bit of a predicament. Do I give him the pay rise? Oh, it says he's only getting 95. Maybe he's getting 210 with the other lot. Who was it? He was signed with ASW. Okay, well, 75%. I think, yeah. I mean, he's not unhappy. He's not happy, but he's content with that. So, okay, yeah. I thought, let's have a quick look. I just want to have another quick look at him. Then Richie Brooks. Where's he getting the 210? Oh, where did I see 210? It must be what he's getting at ASW. Okay, well, regardless. All right, at least we still got him. I'd prefer it if his stamina was up a little bit, but he's not. He's actually pretty good. So yeah, I'm happy to do that. So yeah, let's skip ahead then and get to this show. All right, here we are. Then we are definitely now at Friday week 4, so it's event time. 2 emails. Barry Douglas released from EWR. Did we have him on our shortlist or something to get that? 50 years old? I don't think so. And ASW UK, it's another financial warning. They're going to go bust. I'd love to be able to buy them out. They were kind of the last hangers-on for British wrestling, sort of in the early 90s. They're still going today, actually. In it might be a slightly different form, but they were kind of you know, because British wrestling was big in the 70s and 80s. At least it was big in the UK, and ASW were kind of the last hangers-on. And I think they were the last owners of the traditional British heavyweight title. It would be great to be able to buy them out, but last resort really would be to just buy the belt after they've gone. I mean, they're 1.2 million in debt, so we'd have to pay that off. I mean, there's no way. I wouldn't be able to survive from that. I would not be able to claw that back. Titles, yeah, there you go. I think that's, yeah, look, this goes all the way back to 1953. I thought there was one that went back earlier than that, actually, but I could be wrong. I'm not an expert on British wrestling, but anyway. So it would be nice to be able to buy them out, but it's not going to happen. Let's just skip ahead to our event and worry about the Premier League wrestling fortunes. Okay, backstage incident between Spinner McKenzie and John Ritchie. He was brought before the wrestler's court. I think that's the first one we've had in this save, because everything so far, if I remember rightly anyway, everything so far has been positive. Okay, well, he was an hour late to pick up his assigned travel partner. Alright. Not great, but he had a small positive impact on him. How many? We can expect 170 fans. I'm still going to stick with the Orpington Halls though. I wonder if that did affect our pop. No, because it said we still gain pop. So okay, all right. Well, we'll stick with Orpington Halls. So here we go. Have a title match. I don't know why I clicked on tag team. Let's go with our champion Pete Collins. He will take on Lewis Blaine. He hasn't wrestled for a while. We may well have had this one though. Ah, we have, but a long time ago, and it wasn't for the belt. So let's do it. If we can have this one 18 minutes. So we'll stick this one in as our storytelling match. Open match script. How about instead of tainted, it's a cheap win? Because, and maybe a DQ, like the referee got mixed up. Because obviously with Blaine being a face, he wouldn't necessarily. I mean, faces do heelish things, but I'm just kind of thinking that maybe the referee just made a mistake and DQs him. So okay, Pete Collins gets the win by DQ, just to be different. Next one. Be nice to get Carl Kramer on there. Yeah, let's get him on there. I just wish he could go for a little bit longer. I mean, we barely get. I don't think we can even get 12 minutes out of him. And if I wanted this as the steal the show, which I probably am, let's have Eddie Riley win it. I'm probably gonna have to go to 10 minutes. Yeah, can't even do 12 minutes at steal the show. I know if I took steal the show off, he'd be able to do it, but we need a steal the show match on the card. I'd quite like the idea of using George Burgess again, but we've got so many people. I mean, Richie Brooks seems to be paying him that money now. Mind you, it's a reason not to use him. No, because I do like Richie Brooks. Face against a heel. Let's have him maybe a younger heel though. Andre Baker. I mean, we've probably had this one, but a long time ago. April 92. It got a 40. So maybe we can get something a bit better. Go. I'm going to give Richie Brooks the win. Decisive. Right, oh, we can put 2 more minutes on that as well. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong match. That's the wrong match. So, yeah, because I didn't move it. This is the one I want. Yeah, okay, that's good. Right, so Flash Barker. To open the show. Barker opens the show. People are probably getting fed up with him now. I think I'm going to look at getting some more personalities in. Although, if I was going to do that, I'd probably introduce a story with it. Like someone's brought shares in the company and they're going up against Barker or something like that. And at the moment, because we're not doing stories, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, you know, it's nothing set in stone. And again, we're just trying to put on shows to get ratings bigger than our pop. That is still the case. Eddie Riley and Carl Kramer. Well, Carl Kramer doesn't do a lot, so we'll have Eddie Riley and Carl Kramer. So, Eddie Riley pre-match promo on a stone wall. Carl Kramer. So he's literally just blank. He's just standing there staring at his opponent. And then we'll have Pete Collins, Lewis Blaine, interviewed by Flash Barker. Lewis Blaine. Okay, so Barker interviews Collins and Blaine pre-title match. How many minutes do I? 4 minutes. Okay. I know you're probably all laughing because I've got to have it exactly 60 minutes. Okay. Okay, that's all above board. Let's go. Let's hope this takes us into tiny territory. Flash Barker gets a 37 for his opening. Andre Baker and Richie Brooks gets a 46. Remember, our highest match was 47. That's close. That's good. Pleased with that. Eddie Riley and Cole Crammer getting a 36. Well, I suppose Eddie Riley did all the work. Their match getting a 42, and Riley was off his game. If only he wasn't, could have been a bit better. And then the interview between Flash Barker, Pete Collins, and Lewis Blaine gets a 35, and the match getting a 44. Pleased with that. Yeah, so we're getting more and more matches now in the 40s. That's good. That's nice. 41 overall. What was our highest? I can't remember what our highest show. I know I only looked at it recently, literally a few minutes ago. I can't remember, but 41 is good. I'm pleased with that. Okay, straight into it. We've got an email. Yes, that's the one I was expecting. That's the one I thought it was going to be. PLW rise to tiny size. So I'm still going to skip 2 days before I look at anything because it's what I do. So now we're in Monday, week 1, November 93. Another email. Now financial warning. That's another warning for them. That's not looking good for them. So size. There we go. We are now tiny. Popularity 17 in southern England. And it's going up as well in the little what do they call it? Spillover. The spillover. Yep. So next 35 we need in southern England to hit small. Okay, just have a quick look at the progress. So yeah, nice and steady, nice and steady. Have a look at the money. We made 3,983. So our money's kind of slowing down, or the rate at which we're making profit is slowing down. So I suppose it's not that much actually. No, I suppose it's not. Sponsors is still going up really nicely. Merchandise was down $1. Who didn't buy a Pepsi at this show? So yeah, no, it's yeah, pleased with how that's going. Mind you, we did spend a lot less on workers this time around. Okay, so yeah, I'm pleased with how that is. We are now tiny, so we do have a minimum. We need 16 active wrestlers. Got 21, so we're okay. But definitely now, going to be looking at hiring some more or different, bigger stars. Still way too early for any written contracts. Certainly exclusive. That would be kind of like, because you got to weigh it up. You got to weigh up. You know, can I afford to pay them? I'm trying to think of an example. So you got to think: is it worth? It's only really worth it if you're having 4 shows a week. If you're having 4 shows a week, TV shows plus an event, then you kind of think, right, it's worth it. It's worth it now to get them on written, because otherwise, because you're paying more if they're on handshake deals, potentially paying them on individual shows. I know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, when we're at a stage when we're going to have 4 weekly shows plus an event at the end, that's when you kind of think, right, rather than pay them 5 times, I'm only paying them once now, and that once hopefully it might be a little bit more than what you pay them, but quite often it's a little bit less than what you would pay them individually. I mean, let's have a look. Let's have a quick look now. I wasn't going to do this. I was going to end the episode, but let's just have a quick look at someone like. I mean, where's the lowest? I mean, there must be some people here that we can get. Wow, no, I was hoping to see some that are like really low. So I mean, definitely not. We definitely can't look at any written deals yet. I mean, there's a 4,500 a month. I mean, I suppose if we were to have 4 shows now. Yeah. I don't know, it just seems a bit. Maybe I've done the maths wrong. Maybe we could have. Yeah. Well, I'm not in a position to have a TV deal anyway, even if we were big enough. All right. Well, no. I mean, we will be looking at signing some new guys, some bigger guys. Probably start trimming the roster, or getting rid of the deadwood now as well. But I'll leave that for another time. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and thank you everybody who has already taken time out of your day to watch my videos, and for those that have given the thumbs up. I know it's taken a long time for me to thank you, but this is how far ahead I am. I've only just uploaded or released episode 2, so yeah, so I'm only now starting to see how much views I'm getting and all that sort of thing. So thank you very much, but please come again, please keep watching. Things are going to get better. Please leave some comments, give me any advice, anything you want to see. Maybe I could start doing some storylines. Wouldn't make complete sense at the moment, but maybe you could do some little bits and bobs, who knows. But take care of yourselves everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.